Her mother looked up from where she was washing cassava and gasped. "Where did you get those?" "Teacher Ruth gave me. She said I should not suffer again," Grace replied happily. Her mother's eyes was filled with tears. She wiped her hands on her wrapper and hugged her daughter. God bless that woman. For a short while, Grace felt hope. Maybe her future was not doomed to poverty. Maybe she could rise higher, if only she kept working hard. But life does not always reward hope. Her father's health began to fail when Grace turned 9. At first, it started with a small cough. Then, a fever that came and went. Soon, it grew worse. He could no longer farm the land the way he used to. His body weakened. His chest rattled whenever he breathed. The little money her mother made from selling vegetables disappeared into hospital bills and medicines that seemed to have no effect. Grace would come home from school to find her father lying on the mat, his breathing shallow, his eyes glazed with pain. One evening, Mrs. Ruth, her teacher, came to their home. She stood in the doorway, her eyes scanning the cracked walls, the broken chairs, the empty food basket. Grace sat on the floor beside her father, fanning him slowly. "Teacher Ruth," Grace said, her voice breaking. "Papa cannot work again, and Mama says we don't have money." Mrs. Ruth crouched beside her. She placed a hand on Grace's shoulder and said, "Don't worry, my dear. You must not give up. I will do what I can." She promised to recommend Grace for a scholarship. But before the letter even arrived, Grace's mother pulled Grace out of school. "Your father needs medicine," she said one morning, tying a tray of groundnuts for Grace. "Take this to the streets and sell. We need money." Grace's heart shattered. School had been her only escape, her one place of joy.